Hello beautiful people, thank you and welcome to my channel. If you're new and you're seeing my face for the very first time, thank you for stopping by. My name is Joy Ayogu. I am a Nigerian YouTuber based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for always clicking, watching and commenting. I do highly appreciate your support. So guys, today my hobby is back in the kitchen because I see that you guys did really enjoy the other video where he was making his first Nigerian food. If you haven't watched that particular video, I will link it up and you can watch it after watching this one. But today he's back in the kitchen again to make his favorite Caribbean slash Vincentian dish. He's from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So today he'll be making his favorite food, which is brown stew chicken and dumplings. So stay with us from the beginning to the end so you can see him in action, and then at the end of the video kindly give us your comment. What do you like about this video, and tell us what you want us to improve more on, and I will see you in the kitchen. Alright, so I'm going ahead to marinate the chicken for him, and then I will leave it to I'll season the chicken and let it to marinate. Once it's done marinating, he will be the one to burn the sugar and start cooking the chicken. So going from here, I have my chicken already cleaned up, trimmed all the fat, trimmed as much fat as possible, and skin it. I always like to skin my chicken. It's a good way to reduce the fat in it. And then here I have 2 small onion chopped up, and over this way you can always change. If you don't like any of the flavors, you can remove or you can add as much as you want. But here I have, going from here, is 1 tablespoon of black pepper with a little bit of red hot pepper, and 1 tablespoon, actually 2 tablespoons of curry powder, 1 tablespoon of dry thyme, 1 tablespoon of fennel seed, and 1 tablespoon of dried rosemary. Now for the dry rosemary, you can see that it's woody, so I'm going to be crushing it up a little bit, and then a seasoning cube, as well as I'm going to add a tablespoon of oil, vegetable oil, just to help it to coat and marinate. So this is all I am using. Let's go ahead and start the marinade. Here is my hobby again, in the kitchen, cooking for you guys. Okay, right now we have an empty pot, and he's going to add some oil, about 2 tablespoons of oil, right? Here is all the oil, about 2 tablespoons of oil, about 1 tablespoon of oil, I will even say. So this kind of stew, it doesn't actually call for a lot of oil, unlike the Nigerian stew that you have to use a lot of oil to fry the tomatoes or the vegetable that you're using. And go ahead, 1.5 tablespoons of white granulated sugar. One thing, when you're making this, I will see if I can capture as much of the browning part as possible to show you how brown it has to come before you start adding the chicken. That's all you need to all you need to cook, just the sugar and oil. And then once you get to that stage to add the chicken, we'll show you to add the chicken. So are you supposed to slowly burn the sugar, or what are you supposed to do?
Just slowly burn the sugar until it's a little bit past golden brown.
Okay, let's see what it looks like now.
Golden brown.
Okay, so you can see
some parts are already golden brown, but you have to
let all of it
be golden brown.
And how about, there are a lot of people who use the brown stuff you buy from the store. What the browning is called, browning, right?
Yeah, well, the browning it won't have the smoky flavor
of burnt sugar. Do you guys use the browning in the Caribbean as well?
Yeah, we do in case it's not brown enough, we can add the browning. In order to make it as brown as you want.
So you guys can see how brown it is, and you just keep melting it. You don't want it to be like burnt, that you're having burnt taste, but you want it to be brown enough. So when it gets to this stage now, he's going to add the chicken. You can see it smoking a little bit. Be careful when you're doing, because it's hot oil and hot sugar. It smells so amazing. The smell of the burnt sugar once the chicken hits the oil, it just smells so good. You can start salivating right away. Guys, if you haven't tried this recipe, if you're from non-Caribbean, or if you're an African, you're wondering how sugar and savory food, trust me, you have to try it. I'm a Nigerian and I fell in love with this dish, so you give it a try. So you can see you have to let it brown. You have to let the chicken brown. So you just keep turning it or keep stirring it, but you have to let each side brown very well, so you can get the caramelization. Caramelization. You want it to caramelize. It will get very brown. So right now he's adding, let me see the water. He's adding just this amount of water, just scraping whatever is left from the bowl that we marinated the chicken in, and that's all the water. Okay, we're not adding a whole lot of water. And now we're going to let it simmer for how long? For about an hour or so, because we want it tender on a low heat, and then it will just simmer until the chicken is cooked through. This is the chicken after 30 minutes. When you add the water, actually the water is going to rise up. Just let it simmer until the water actually calms down. So I'm still going to let it to continue to simmer until most of the water is gone. And as you guys saw, it's only a little bit of water that we added. The chicken brings out its own juice. So don't add a whole lot of water, otherwise it's going to be so watery. Just leave it continue to simmer until the water is almost gone. I'll show you guys. So it is all done now, right? So the water is completely gone. Do you need to add more water, or this is fine?
This is fine.
This is fine. And there over there, he already has his stuff to make the dumpling. The dumpling. So the dumpling is made with only flour, a little bit of salt, right?
Yes.
And do you add oil to it?
No.
No, oil for the water, right?
Or when you're cooking it.
Oil when you're cooking it. Okay. So let's watch you cook the dumpling. Alright guys, so here we are with our dumpling, our boiled dumpling and our brown stew chicken. And that's it guys. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for staying in the kitchen. If you watch up till this end, thank you so much. Remember to leave your comment, share, like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and we will see you in the next video. Bye bye.